سبحان فالق الإصباح.
Ding dong. Hello?
Yes, that's right, infidels. You found us here, channelattitude.com, Hameen Media Group, where you get the most real talk, the best reviews of all your favorite wrestling shows from AEW and WWE, Impact, and more, because we're going to break it all down with the best staff in professional wrestling at HMG. So you don't need to go anywhere else, because there's no 5 stars here. There's only $5 face slaps, infidel. Allahu Akbar! So sign up today, channelattitude.com, Hameen Media Group, and join the Hameen Army for the most real talk in professional wrestling. YOLO!
We interrupt this regularly scheduled program with breaking news from Dollar Club Wrestling. Dollar Club champion Rock Hard Jim was viciously attacked by a masked assailant outside of 112 North Midway Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania earlier this morning. Here's security footage that we recovered from the scene. After the assault, we were able to get a few words from the not-so-enthused champion via satellite.
What do you call a man that attacks you from behind? I guess the word would be a coward. Well then what is the word for a man who attacks you from behind and has a mix? I think the word is little bitch! You just made the biggest mistake of your life, little bitch. Because I am the champion. I am Dollar Club Wrestling. And I make the rules. So on October 27th, at Mischief Night, with the title on the line, you will be there. And you will recognize me.
If you have any information on this masked assailant, please contact your local authorities or email dollarclubwrestling@gmail.com. This is Courtney Bensley from Channel 10 News, signing off.
Determines destination. Which path will you take? Shattered glass, reflection. What image will you make? Get out of us your trouble before it ever gets here. Give us the wisdom to know who we are, and the strength of courage to appear. We will keep it deadly. We will rule the golden law.
The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.
Hello everyone and welcome to the PWC Wednesday night skirmish. I'm your host Jimmy T and my co-host is back once again. He's the Dollar King. He's the sexiest man in Philadelphia. He is Kevin Sexy Time Panetta. Welcome back to the skirmish and go Phillies, bro. I'm representing for you, man.
Fly, Phillies, fly. I just ripped off the Eagles song there.
Awesome, man. Do you guys have a realistic chance, you think, of knocking off the Astros? Or are we praying for a miracle, bro?
This team just has so much moxie, no pun intended to John there, Moxley. They just come back whenever they're down. They hit home runs, they're clutch. It's just like meant to be. It's one of those Cinderella stories where somebody in Philadelphia found a genie and rubbed it and made some witches to make everything fall our way this year. It's be a great time to be in Philadelphia right now.
Unbelievable, man. It sure is. And what a weird topsy-turvy fucking Dynamite, bro. I mean, we started off with a bang in many ways. Pretty decent matchup. Usually I wouldn't really care about it, but it was good. But before I get into that, is there are we getting back the elite essentially, bro?
Yeah.
Is that what we're feeling?
It's coming back. You saw that one vignette for him too, where they did the snap thing where they disappeared. They're definitely coming back soon.
What does that even mean? It was a weird sort of vignette, bro. I don't know if I even liked it or not, but it was just weird.
I would have liked it if they paid better money for the better effects. You know, I think I can find a better green screen version do that, like snap effect. I actually have it on my computer. Honestly, I could do it just as well. For $1 million company, they should have got a better version of that. I liked, I'm a comic book nerd, so I like the thought process behind it, though.
Absolutely, I agree, man. And I think you do a fine job at Dollar Club Wrestling. But most importantly, bro, we've got Mischief Night tomorrow night, right here on Dollar Club Wrestling, and I'm pumped. It's El Gato Pussy Grande versus Rock Hard Jim Penders, and it's for the Dollar Club World Championship, right? I mean,
yeah,
man.
Dollar Club World Championships on the line, no holds barred. It's an outdoor brawl, a casket match though, so weapons are allowed, kind of like ECW, AEW rules, no disqualifications. I produced the match too. I produced the whole card too. I'm pretty excited to show it. See what you're doing on a Dollar Club budget.
The Dollar Club budget. Hey man, I'm looking forward to actually doing the Dollar Club play-by-play, bro, with my partner in crime in Dr. Jeff Lippman, who usually would be joining me on all sorts of shows. But I thought, you know what? It's time for a little bit of a mix-up, as in, you know, let's mix it up a little bit. So here you are, it's just you and I instead of the three of us. And man, I can't wait for tomorrow night, Kev. I'm pumped.
I'm thankful. I'm grateful of you guys doing this commentary. It's going to make the event even more special. And we have a couple surprise features on there. We have our hardcore Intercontinental champions doing a promo. You get to this new challenger, Rock Bottom, with his manager, the Doom Devil, have challenged him for the hardcore Intercontinental championships. You're going to see them go a little back and forth. Shadow Pat made a little intro video, what Mischief Night means to him. And the Dong Skipper, Johnny the Jobber, did a little cameo. He'll be on.
No way. Johnny the Jobber is back.
Yeah, he's our Michael Buffer now. He's our little ring intro boy.
Is he gonna give us a let's get ready to rumble?
He's got his own phrase. You'll see. It's gonna be pretty interesting. You can't wait to show it to you.
As long as it doesn't involve scissors, I'm all good, bro.
And then tomorrow's going to be a $dollar bonanza, too. There's going to be 7 bonus dollars given out for the girls with the hottest Halloween costumes online for the week, too. So there's going to be 7 bonus dollars.
So let me get this straight. We're not only getting $1 tomorrow night, we're getting $7, bro.
Well, you're getting $1 for every show during the week, plus 7 bonus additional dollars for Halloween costumes. So it's going to be a $14 bonanza day. That's the record for most dollars given in a week.
Well, yeehaw to that, bro, because that sounds like a bonanza indeed. And like I said, man, I'm pumped for Mischief Night tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. Actually, 8 p.m. Eastern, not Central. I guess it would be 7 p.m. Central, would it not?
Yeah. Well, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly right. Well, let's get into some AEW Dynamite, and we start off from the what was it called, the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, and they love Virginia, bro.
Yeah, they do. Isn't that Hangman's hometown? But he's hurt.
I think it is. See, that's the thing, Kev. I still think it's a work. I still think they're covering his ass just because he needed this cool off period, bro. He was. Let's be honest, man. Let's talk about actually the cowboy, the resident cowboy from Virginia, right? Man, I just feel like it was too convenient with the way he went out, dude. And every time I look at that replay, yeah, sure, he kind of landed side on his face, sort of thing. But it wasn't too bad, man. I mean, come on, really? He's gonna get a concussion, or maybe he knocked himself out. Wasn't it us saying this last week? The three of us
up already.
I think it was that, if anything, bro, that actually caused, if he does have a concussion, if it's legit, I wouldn't be surprised if it was from those self-inflicted punches. I mean, what a goose, bro.
Yeah, well, I disagree with that. I don't think it's a work. The self punches could have contributed to it too, but the karmic wrestling gods definitely had some karma to him that doesn't take any permission or doesn't take any advice, doesn't listen to Moxley. You know, then it just happens to happen against Moxley too. Just the wrestling karma, my man. Wrestling karma.
Wrestling karma, man. It's a real thing. It's legit. Absolutely. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens with Hangman Adam Page. Because, I mean, let's be honest, man. This is a blessing in disguise for him, legit or not. Because he needed this time away. So when he does come back, I guess he'll be more over than ever, man.
He will, well, not more than ever. When he first was coming up and got the world title, he got over for a minute, and then they didn't give him a storyline, which is why he faltered. They kept him with the Dork Order, you know, and then
yeah.
Which he still is kind of doing. Maybe it's a lack of self confidence on his own part, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look not confident though. That's the thing, man. But he seems self aware of what the IWC are pretty much saying. And I think he just does it to shits to everybody in many ways, man. Like, for example, all that butterfly shit and all that, I think he's done it really for his daughter, his newborn daughter, who's only still a baby. But it doesn't matter. You still shouldn't do that shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, Brock Lesnar got the ponytail because of his daughter. His daughter, like, dared him to do it, and he kept it, you know, so maybe.
Well, there you go. Yeah, well, it's true. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes they do
Brock
this.
Lesnar.
Right, but you know what? Brock can wear any color he wants, and he can wear butterflies if he wants, and he will still look like he'll whoop your fucking ass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So he's different, man. He's a different sort of species, shall I say. But let's get into the first matchup on Dynamite. It was the Blackpool Combat Club in Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta versus the Jericho Appreciation Society in Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia. And to my surprise, man, I mean, I was just kind of glancing at it at first. But you know what, man? It was actually kind of a fun matchup.
You know what I did? I saw Wheeler Yuta starting off the screen, and I changed the channel. And I waited 18 minutes, and I turned it back on. I'm not wasting my time on Wheeler Yuta until they build him properly.
Ding dong.
Tony Khan made a comment about Eric Bischoff, saying that Eric Bischoff complained, saying the random matches are what made Nitro good. Or excuse me, Bischoff said the random matches in AEW have no purpose and you can't get behind it. So Tony Khan rebutted and said that's what made Nitro so good. But he was referring to the luchador matches mostly.
They weren't really as random as he thinks, though, man. There was always something to it. It could have been a Cruiserweight Championship match or leading up to a Cruiserweight title match. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Facebook user in the chat said respect the dollar.
That's right.
And also, nice jersey, Jimmy. Thank you. I assume that's got to be rock hard, right?
It could be. It says Facebook user on my screen, too.
Oh, damn it.
Could be.
And also, Facebook user says, man, Bun Lesnar is elite. He needed some sort of change. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I do like the rat tail, or whatever you want to call it. Or the man bun, whatever,
yeah,
but it's
Brock.
not really in the bun. Yeah, Brock, I love that look, man. But
Jimmy, what we were
Go
just
for it.
talking about too, though, like the luchadors had feuds, and then like the other guys were just it was NWO versus the world. Like
Well,
AEW
yeah,
doesn't have
good
that
game
one.
too.
Yeah, NWO doesn't have amazing game. Excuse me, AEW doesn't have that one like dominant force that everyone has to band up and go against. So even like the random matches in WCW, even if it was Scott Norton against DDP, it was because it was NWO versus WCW.
Absolutely. See,
Yeah,
it
there
still
was a-
had story. No, continue on.
Yeah, and then like Wheeler Yuta should be fighting Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, like Dante Martin, and these guys every freaking week until we learn to like them, where we want them to have a storyline, not thrust into the main event right away. Just like how Eddie started, Dean started, Jericho started in WCW. Now, I mean, not all of them. A lot they jumped ship. A couple of them before they had a chance to get the bigger storylines, but they had like these awesome matches where he strived to see them do more. Rey Mysterio fought Kevin Nash eventually after he dominated
Yeah.
the cruiserweight division.
And
They
the,
worked their way
and
up.
the Giant too, bro.
yeah.
I mean,
Made you
Ray
respect
was-
more.
absolutely. I mean, who can forget? Who can forget the fucking when Nash threw Ray like a lawn dart on Nitro into
Yep.
the portable fucking building? Man, I'll never forget that. And you know what drives me nuts, man? I was thinking of the old school Nitros recently, and just the Attitude Era too. And man, what's scary is I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Like, really think about it. I remember when I was watching that Nitro in particular where Ray got tossed like a lawn dart. Like, I remember that so clearly, and it's crazy. That's what, over 20 years ago now?
Yeah, probably with
Crazy,
25,
bro.
30 maybe. Yeah.
Shit. 20, man, that's hectic, bro. That long. Think about that shit. Dominic
It's-
Mysterio
yeah,
was
but
just bought in
20
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, it's like 10 years before Cena.
Yeah, oh, easy, bro. Absolutely. It's just, it's nuts, man. We're getting old, dude. It
right.
sucks. But anyway, the Blackpool Combat Club ended up winning by pinfall with a gosh neutralizer from Claudio Castagnoli onto Chris Jericho. I was actually expecting the Blackpool Combat Club to actually win this match, man, to be honest. So it didn't surprise me.
I'm glad Claudio got the pin. He needs to get his revenge for losing that belt. And he hasn't been on TV much, too, so they kind of did him dirty. Him and Miro, guys, when you say, like, where are you? What are you doing? Are you guys happy?
Miro.
Too?
I keep forgetting that Miro's even there, bro. Every time you mention his name, I'm like, oh yeah, Miro.
Yeah, he's
What the fuck?
well. He has Lana doing interviews, talking shit on Tony Khan already too. So like, he hasn't learned from WWE. You got to be quiet on social media and tell your wife to be quiet. But he's
Yeah,
frustrated.
true.
He's frustrated.
I mean, how can you not have something for Miro, man? Like, every time they've done something with him, he's been fucking gold, bro. So I
Yep.
don't understand how... I just don't get it, dude. I don't know. Has he done something wrong, possibly, that he's not aware of?
Nah,
I
did,
mean-
did you hear Lana's quote?
No, I
She
actually
said-
didn't.
She said she was on Busted Open, I think, with it was
With
about one of
LaGreca?
the- I think with LaGreca and Bully.
Right.
She said Tony Khan is just like Vince McMahon. They all have their favorites. He just has different favorites. And
True.
Miro's not one of the favorites. She actually put Vince over. She's like, Vince wanted
Wow.
Vince really loved Rusev, but he wanted him to be a heel, and Miro wanted to try something else and try. I guess he thought, I think he bought into himself with the Rusev day, and Vince wanted him to stay heel.
Right.
So that's what they fought over. So I already think they're regretting leaving too, just based off that one interview on Busted Open.
You know what's funny? Because once we moved to our second matchup, I felt like, and actually, fuck it, let's just go there, right? Because this has a lot to do with what we were just talking about anyway. And I'm talking about swerving our glory holes in Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland against FTR for the number one contendership for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Dude, when they both came out, right? And then fucking the Acclaim came out and took everyone's heat.
Oh yeah,
They looked like they were pissed, bro.
FTR got over too. Like they were getting cheered for them. The Claim just it was like double.
They got a bigger pop, double pop, bro. I mean, it was funny. It was like,
scissor me, daddy. That was so loud.
wow. Actually, it was like literally when Swerve and Keith Lee came out, it was just like, yeah, sort of thing. And then once FTR came out, I was like, yeah, FTR. But then once the Acclaim came out, everyone was like, yeah, oh, scissor me, daddy. and just going nuts. But then I looked, and then I thought to myself, that was such a bad move, man. Only because you just took away all the heat from the 4 guys that were in the matchup now. And not just that, it took the attention, if you notice, even when the match started.
Well,
if you look at the eyes of the fans,
FTR lost. Right. So that's why, like, to take some of it off from the get-go if they knew they were going to lose. If they were going to win, you don't bring them out there. You know, you can't take.
But would they think that way though, Kev? That's the thing.
Probably not. But it was only smart in that aspect.
Right.
I think he needs to give the crowd what they want, and they want. Well, I guess they want FTR. They want both of them, but
I'm surprised that. I mean, to be honest, I had a feeling that Swerve and Keith Lee were going to win anyway for some reason. But at the same time, I'm kind of surprised because, you know, if they're going to bring the Bucks back, right? Mm-hmm. And since, you know, there seems to be some sort of legit heat between both parties, I would have had them screw FTR from even winning the tag championships.
You would have the Bucks do it?
I would have the Bucks do it. Like, when
they're
about to...
Yeah, it depends when their suspension's up.
Well, yeah, if they're coming back now, like, say, within the next couple of weeks, I would have the Bucks do it. Or even at, is it Full Gear that's coming up?
Yes.
Even at Full Gear, if you have to. You know what I mean? I mean, you might as well run with it.
But do they want the Bucks going for the Ring of Honor title then? You can't just, like, forget that they have the belt. That's the question. Is that
do the Bucks want to...
I think they're above the Ring of Honor belt now.
They are. Absolutely are. That's what I was going to say. Do the Bucks want to go for the Ring of Honor tag belt?
No.
I don't think they would either, dude. They've been there, done that multiple occasions. So I doubt that, man. But I don't know. But I mean, where do you go with FTR now? I mean, again, they miss out.
Well, they lost because the Ass Boys cheated pretty badly. You know,
right? So they're
definitely gonna get this back.
So we're gonna move on to a program between FTR and the Ass Boys.
Yeah, first we gotta get the revenge on the Ass Boys first.
I assume the crescendo will be at Full Gear where they're finally going for the tag belts, right? You'd think.
I don't know. Probably not. It's coming up. It's coming up, and they would have to have won this match.
That's a problem, man. But how many? Like, I'm sure the promotions that they are champions of, forget the Ring of Honor ones because obviously that's still AEW dictates those titles. But when it comes to the New Japan and the AAA tag championships, how long would those companies even want FTR to hold on to those belts until they... Because I'm sure FTR looks at it like, we want to have these while we win the AEW World Tag Championships, right?
Yeah. As long as when they have their big shows they're allowed to wrestle, why not? That's the most exposure they're going to get. Like when we be talking about like the AAA and the IWGP championships right now, no, who gives a fuck? You know, like
that's the thing. Do we really give a fuck about those championships? Not really.
No.
Exactly. So what's even the point? You know what I mean? Of them even holding it? Have they even elevated it? Have those belts even elevated them? I don't think it's done anything.
No, not at all. It's actually made them look like nerds carrying around these like fake belts.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you're right. It's true, man. I think it was you and I actually on one skirmish where we absolutely ripped FTR a new one, bro.
Yeah.
Where we were straight up like about them. And look, man, they are probably the best tag team in the world.
Yep.
Right now, right? Easily, bar none. But the longer this shit goes for, I'm gonna start thinking of them as chokers, bro.
Yep. Oh, dude, the Yankees and the Yankees are probably the best team, and they're not even going to the World Series, you know. So you got to.
There you go.
With FTR not having that world belt, there's no way Meltzer or these guys could say they're a better tag team than the Usos kayfabe wise right now. Usos have both real world championships, tag team championships, and FTR has two fake ones and a partridge in a pear tree.
And one doesn't even really exist.
Yeah, and
let's be honest.
Cheap. It looks cheap.
It does, man. It does look cheap. It absolutely does look cheap. And look, you can arguably make the argument that the Usos are probably the best tag team. You can go with either way. Really, the Usos are probably the tag team in all of wrestling, only because kayfabe-wise, absolutely. Because they're everywhere on every show. They're in main event spots also, not just with their own shit, but you know, with Roman Reigns' shit. So they're in a fucking awesome spot. So yeah,
Do I think
Kayfabe.
Usos a better tag team? Absolutely. Kayfabe wise, the Usos are the best tag team in wrestling by far, bar none.
Well, do you think FTR is even frustrated
Oh
with
yeah,
what's happening with them?
Absolutely.
They don't show it though. But I felt tonight's matchup, all 4 guys seemed frustrated to me, dude. And Keith Lee, dude, homie, you got to lose some fucking pounds, man. He looks swole tonight, man. No pun intended.
All the offense on him. Why is he like Swerve's like barely getting attacked? Like Keith Lee's taking too much damage. The bigger guy, you know? Yeah, he was down on the ground and he took the pin too. He was down on the ground like the whole last half of the match. He's getting his ass kicked.
I felt like Swerve was more in the ring most of the time, dude. Funny enough,
he was doing offense, not
right.
Yeah, doing offense, but Keith Lee was getting his ass kicked. He was taking the beating.
To be honest, he seemed a little off to me, dude, tonight.
He did seem lethargic. He did seem lethargic.
He wasn't his usual self. He didn't even attempt to do any of his, other than the pounce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really, he didn't attempt to do any sort of, how he does like a swanton or a senton, should I say. I mean, he even does like a moonsault off, from the ring to the outside.
I don't think it's safe for him to be even attempting that right now.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, do you think he could even pull it off right now?
I think he can, but it's risky. It's not worth the risk.
He's put on, man, his stomach is swole, bro. Like, I mean,
10
I don't know,
pounds is
dude.
a lot in wrestling. Remember when Jericho gained the 10 pounds and he messed up his line?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
Fuck.
Absolutely. But you know what, man? When he wanted to lose it, bang, it was gone. It was like 1 week he was fat. The next week he had abs. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck, bro? How do you do that?
Yep.
It's crazy, man. But I also want to point out with this matchup, there was a lot of botches, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot of weak hits too. A lot of
Oh.
style. Hardwood smacks and back chops suck. At least they did.
Oh my God.
Punches were weak tonight. His power bombs are phenomenal though, especially that slingshot power bomb. The way he holds him and
Absolutely.
drops him like perfectly flat on the back. His power bomb looks better than Wardlow's power bomm. Wardlow's
You
come
think
up.
so?
Yeah, Wardlow. Like,
Yeah, Wardlow's too low, sort of. If that
yeah, he
makes
hasn't
sense.
mastered how to like flat back it right, and you get the
Right.
feathers down. Dax has a really good freaking power bomb, and that slingshot one was awesome. But his
Yeah, it is
slaps
true.
and his punches were off tonight. They're not always like that, but it just felt off tonight.
Well, as off as I felt like all 4 guys were in many ways, really, when you think about it, but it was still a pretty good match.
Yeah.
I mean, for whatever reason, it probably eclipsed even the first matchup of the evening. And this is what's stupid. I don't know how AEW, though, put tag team match after tag team match, like in a row. I hate how they do that style of booking. They should break it up a little bit, like most promotions fucking do. You know what I'm saying? But it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Nevertheless, it's just a gripe. I felt this match was probably better than the first match, although there was a lot of fucking botches. And weirdly enough, in saying that, I felt like all 4 men were off. But in saying that, they still pulled off a great match.
They did. They're that good. They're that great professionals that even when they're off a couple steps or just not having their best night, it's still a great match. You know, they can still do well. And how shitty was the one Ass Boy's wig? At least like what's his name has a shitty mullet anyway. Get at least the same color in the right wig. You know, if you're gonna make fun of him. The Dax Hardwood
Oh,
one,
my
was
God.
good. The other one didn't.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking silly, man. And you know what I forgot to mention too, man? After the Blackpool Combat Club win, I'm going to have to go sort of backwards a little bit because I just jumped the gun. But I forgot to mention, after the first matchup, we get a backstage segment with Renee Paquette interviewing Bryan Danielson. He says if he's going to be honest, he's a little frustrated because he lost to Chris Jericho because Daniel Garcia turned his back on him, that Wheeler Yuta talked back to him last week, and he knows lots of people hate Sammy Guevara, but he has no problems with him besides his smug face and his stupid blog, and he's going to take all his frustrations out on him. Then Yuta ends up rolling up and says he's glad Bryan's finally angry because he and Claudio beat Jericho and Garcia, as Castagnoli rolls up and screams at both of them to keep the peace. This is a great day. He beat the Ring of Honor World Champion, and Danielson's going to kick ass, and it's Wheeler's birthday as well as Phil's birthday, just quietly. He knows Danielson's going to beat Guevara, and then they're going to sit down and talk this out like adults. And then we got the video package of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks getting dissolved out of AEW history, like Thanos just snapped his fingers as we go to a break.
I did turn the TV back on and caught that. So I don't get why Wheeler all of a sudden like is all pissy with Daniel. Like it seems out of character. Just because he yelled at MJF the one week, now he's just like crybaby and like he's not unhappy there. The whole point of them was like they were all happy. You know, they got along. Besides Garcia at the end, you know that little swerve right there.
Bro.
I don't get it. They're just like trying to force something with Wheeler, throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. He must have nude pictures of somebody that were some black.
No. Oh, the Black Male Combat Club. It should have been called that,
Black
dude.
Male Combat Club.
Touche. Yeah, man. I don't know what they're trying to do with Yuta. Obviously, TK does not listen to the fan base because everyone keeps saying, make him stop talking. But instead, we get him talking even more. And you know what? The way Danielson actually responded is I would respond the same way. I'd be like, who the fuck are you, man?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
I love
such a little
Daniel.
bitch. He was great tonight, and we'll get to that shortly. Actually soon. But anyway, I'll fast forward back to the second match. Oh, and before that, we get Chris Jericho is upset that Claudio won as Tony Schiavone interviews the Jericho Appreciation Society. He's got a baseball bat in the ring, regardless of whether or not he brought it to the ring himself. But now they're tired of all belts. What does it say? They're fired off. All bets are off. And Y2J open challenges any former Ring of Honor champion to fight him next week. This segment was kind of weird, dude, because the camera wasn't the audio cutting out too.
Yeah, the camera, it definitely was off. It kept like going in and out where it was echoey. Yeah, there are definitely some audio issues at this part.
Man, there was a few audio issues actually, even in the main event. Did you hear the fucking the mic going sound?
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear that. No, I didn't hear it go.
Only in fucking AEW, bro. Anyway, as I was
sad that Ty Conti and Anna Jay didn't really get anything to say, and that they weren't dressed that sexy. I was a little upset about that. I love Ty Mello. I'm a big fan of hers.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I guess Rampage we'll see more of him. Who knows? But yeah. I mean, this felt like it was just all guys, man, tonight. Really, other than one women's match, pretty much.
Yeah, who cares about that match?
And we'll also touch on that shortly. But anyway, as I was saying before, Swerve and our glory holes end up beating FTR to become the number one contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, as the number one contenders. They win by pinfall with Ground Zero from Keith Lee on Dax Harwood to become number one contenders. Post match, we get the Ass Boys, and as I was saying, the Ass Boys caused for Swerve and our glory holes to win the match, as they were holding back. Was it not
Cash.
Dax? It was it was Cash.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Cash. I wanted to say his WWE game. Yeah, it's Cash.
it's Dax and Cash, right? Cash Wheeler, Dax Hardwood. I know, I get
I
confused
wanted to
too,
say
bro.
Dawson and Dash. Yeah, Cash.
I know, exactly. That's what goes through my head.
Mhm.
But you know what was silly about that, man? It looked like Cash was fucking laughing as they were holding him back.
He was
realize
overselling the yelling, and it looked like a laugh just the way he was doing it because it didn't hurt. So he's like, but he was trying to portray frustration. That was the look he was going for.
Trying.
Frustration.
Try harder, Mr.
Yeah.
Cash, Mr. Wheeler. Anyway,
Maybe like a headlock would have worked better,
post match, the F1 contenders. Sorry, Kev, you.
Oh, you froze. That's why I kept talking to try to not
damn
have any dead air. So I was saying, like, maybe instead of them just holding him, like a headlock, a double headlock, or a choke would have helped, like, make it look a little more realistic. Why I couldn't get away. Something a little more gruesome would have helped sell that spot a little better. Oh, Riley. Auto parts.
There I am. I'm back. Sorry, man. Always these days, we always have to have one internet fuck up every episode, it feels like. Anyway, what were you saying? Because I didn't hear a word you said other than O'Reilly.
Yeah, I was saying, like, to sell that spot a little better instead of them just holding Cash. maybe a headlock and a choke, like both of them doing like something a little more gruesome would have sold it a little, or maybe a full Nelson and some elbows to like the neck or
True.
something, instead of just like, like giving them a back massage.
Yeah, and why are they always in the fucking crowd for, man? Like, what is this shit? What are they trying? This has been a thing. They've been doing this shit pretty much since the pandemic.
Well, it was great for the pandemic. They needed it then, and it's they don't do enough backstage segments, and their matches are a little too long. So this is their way to get people on TV. So I understand why. I'm not saying I agree with it.
Wow, it's probably them that even vouched to at least be doing that to get on TV, right? Which is smart if it is the case.
Yeah.
Because then everybody else should be sort of following suit, but I guess not. Anyway, post-match, we get the House Boys and the new number one contenders attacking FTR, but the Acclaim rush down from the stage to make the save as Renee Paquette then interviews Saraya backstage. They're all smiles, Renee calling her the Joan Jett to her Blondie when Dr. Britt Baker DMD rolls up to start shit and yell at Saraya. Renee tells her this isn't how you do this and they're going to do it right later, and then we go to the break. Did you like this little segment? I mean, Britt's nose looks so fucked up now, man.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see when Ruby Riott comes back too. Her nose is pretty bad too. A lot of surgeries.
Oh, she's had some complications, dude.
Yeah, she couldn't breathe
nose
up too. Like she got really messed up by Ty Mello. But I like any segment. I like any segment Britt Baker's in. And Paige's tits look fucking huge today, bigger than ever.
That's true. While Tony Storm's tits were like non-existent.
Yeah, you got to wear something more flattering. That was definitely not very flattering.
Dude, man, I was saying like out loud, like, girl, go and get some breast implants. For crying out loud, you need them, girl. Sorry, but I'm just saying, man, that shit's too flat.
Tiffany Stratton had like small tits and she had a more flattering attire. I know she just got a tit job now anyway, but like Tony's got to find a more flattering top, I know
it's very sort of blokish, shall I say, like a little bit, because she's got kind of broad shoulders.
Yeah,
and we know tits. It just, I don't know, man. It doesn't look right. I guess we should call her Marilyn Storm now.
Why, Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, I feel like she's going for a kind of Marilyn Monroe sort of look. Well, when it comes to her hair, anyway.
A little more edgy, like Miley Cyrus, like even more kind of when Miley had the punky kind of like pixie cut.
Yeah, but Miley was like a real dirty sort of slutty type during that time, man. Whereas Tony doesn't come across like that.
Yeah, not a Gaga.
Kind of Gaga, like at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But she reminds me, I don't know. For me, I just think of Marilyn Monroe. I don't know why, but it's just her hair.
Well, she's getting like really, really fit. Like Serena Deeb's very, very fit. I've had Serena Deeb.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like a sexy yoga instructor, and
yeah, for sure.
Tony just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she's got to get a little tap more. She's fit, but just doesn't. But she's got to figure it out how to like make that work for her. It works for Serena Deeb, but for some reason it doesn't work for Tony.
Well, Tony looks fit. Don't get me wrong, but just no chest, man. Jeez, that's all. Like for me, and the hair's kind of weird for me, but it is what it is. I'm just being picky.
I like the hair. Tits look very like smaller than usual. Maybe she just needs to find a more flattering top.
I see what you did there, actually, Kev. A more flattering top. She's already flat, my brother. Yeah, exactly. That's better. Anyway, we come back from commercial. Renee Paquette interviews Maxwell Jacob Freeman on the stage. He asks if we've got devil worshippers in the house and hits on Renee, which leads her to make the most sour face. She asks about his match at Full Gear, and he does a bad impression of John Moxley talking about mashing his bones and drinking his piss. He calls John mid with all due respect, and Renee points out you can't just use all due respect as a get out of disrespect free card, which gets him to tell her to shut her mouth, which makes everyone laugh, funny enough. He says last week he overstated it when he said he was going to win clean. He just meant, relatively clean for him. He calls William Regal a disgusting elderly rat, but says to his point that he won't use a Dynamite diamond ring against Moxley because he doesn't need it, He's taken every grudge he has and mashed him down into a chip that he put directly on his shoulder. And he's not fighting Regal, Moxley, or Penta at Full Gear. He's fighting every sorry scumbag that ever told him he's not good enough. And he's going to take the chip off his shoulder and shove it down each of their throats when he's the new AEW World Champion. We then get Stokely Hathaway coming down and talks a bunch about taking care of Jon Moxley before Full Gear. Freeman cuts him off and says he'll cut Stokely some slack, but if Moxley gets past Penta tonight, he needs him at 110%, so he needs Hathaway to not so much as look at him, or he's fired. This is dumb, bro.
Excuse me, MJF was great in this segment too, but the whole Stokely involvement, it doesn't make sense.
See,
like, why
to me,
did he hire him if he doesn't want his help too?
To me, this was the most fake MJF promo. Like, this was a typical pro wrestling promo, like a scripted pro wrestling promo. This didn't feel like the usual MJF, if that makes any sense.
I felt it when he was making fun of Moxley when he was saying like,
bits and pieces.
This line, those parts were, but like he's been flopping on his character. Like he was teasing a good guy, and this week he's like all 100% bad. But if he's a bad guy, then why doesn't he not want to cheat with the firm? You know, like he's like.
Didn't he fucking bring him in the first place, for crying out loud?
What's the point then? Why did he want 6 guys to help him? You know. And then why aren't they? And the ass boys were just in the crowd. Like, why?
I guess they're not firm enough, bro. I mean, I mean, seriously. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to call MJF officially after tonight a babyface, bro. There's no other way to put it.
No, the way he talked to Moxley, he's going for the anti-hero, and like, you know why? Maybe
still a babyface, regardless, bro. Even if it's an anti-hero.
You know why maybe you think it didn't come off as genuine? He did his like sing-along a little too much. He did the he had to use his catchphrase. He had to use his mid-phrase. So maybe that's why he's like the Scott Hall sing-along he's trying to get as a heel. You know?
Yeah, it just didn't feel as genuine as his previous promos, man, where you could tell that was from the heart, bro. You know what I mean? Whereas these ones just felt very scripted, except for a couple of lines here and there about Renee Paquette and whatnot. Like, I don't know, dude. It was still good, though. Make no mistake about it.
Well, he was supposed to be with Punk, you know? So he probably had months written ahead of time what he was going to say to Punk, you know? And then it changed.
It would have been gold, too.
Yeah, it changed to Moxley. He's like, oh, what can I say? They talk about it. They talk ahead of time, but like, what are they allowed to say? Moxley probably didn't want him to touch on the alcoholism, you know? And like, so it's probably like a neutered what he was allowed to say to him.
Well, so I guess now, are you on board with Punk now, like being out literally as a shoot and not a work?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's a shoot now. That's why I think.
Thank you.
I think that's why Punk just released today that Larry the dog had to get 2 of his teeth removed because he got injured in that brawl. So he's trying to like people to get back on his side because like the Young Bucks and the Elite and everybody were saying the whole locker room hates him, and trying to turn everybody against them. So that's why Punk just released that how they hurt his dog and they had to remove 2 of his teeth. They took him to the vet 2 days later. That's pretty fucked up.
So hold on a minute. So the dog really did get hurt in the fucking locker room?
Yeah.
Wow.
Locker room.
Who fucking kicked the dog? Do you know?
I'm not sure if Kenny did accidentally trying to help him, or one of the Young Bucks did, or Cutler, or somebody did. They said
I heard Kenny was trying to save the damn dog. Apparently.
You ever try to like try to pick up your cat and step on his tail? Like you actually can hurt animals. You know. I'm not saying it was intentional, but even if you hurt the dog unintentionally, that's a big reason to fuck those guys up.
If it was intentional, man, I would be pissed, bro. I hate animal cruelty, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it makes me sick, man. I can watch a fucking human get killed, let alone watching a dog or a cat get killed. That just, I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yep. John Wick.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, nah, fuck, man. If that's the case, so he came out with that today?
Yeah. I posted it on my Facebook thing too, like the link too. Yeah, he was posting about it today. It's Larry the dog, right?
Yeah, Larry the dog, exactly.
Yeah, they had to remove 2 of his teeth because he got hurt in that brawl.
Damn, bro. Fuck, man. I hope Kenny was the one that tried to save the damn thing. But if that was the Bucks or Cutler or whoever that did that to the damn dog, you guys are motherfuckers, man. Straight up.
And their
You know what I mean?
motherfuckers were swinging it to where everyone in the locker room's against him. That's not true. There's people that don't hate CM Punk in the locker room. They're just the way like the
Well,
you're swinging it.
to be fair, Punk should have kept his thoughts to himself, man, not make it public. Yeah, the when he went public, that was it. He fucked himself up completely. So whatever happened after the fact, that's what caused the heat in many ways, man. That's what caused the Bucks and Kenny to storm the fucking locker room in the first place. A, B, if TK was already pissed at what Punk said, that was the final straw after that. With what happened in the locker room. And that was when he was like, you know what, fuck this guy.
Well,
But
Jimmy,
I'm gonna
like you're right. What Punk did was no way professional and was no way the right thing to do. But imagine sitting there with a torn tricep and a ton of pain. You don't take painkillers. You're getting asked all these stupid ass questions. You know, you're at midnight. You just want to go home. He's eating his muffins. He's hungry. You got a torn fucking tricep. He knows he's in pain. Doesn't get to go to the doctors first. He's sitting there, just ice on his freaking torn tricep. What's he out 6 to 9 months? And he's sitting there doing this stupid fucking interview because they want to make it look realistic and doing a media scrum. So I don't think you're thinking right when you probably had a little bit of shock too.
You think so?
Yeah, dude. I tore like a hand. I completely tore a hamstring before.
Shit.
I broke my leg before. You go into shock. You can feel like a rage.
Yeah, it's weird. I've tore ligaments in my ankle, man. When I used to play soccer, it was like breaking my legs. So I couldn't move. And you're right, man. It's a weird feeling. Like,
and you got to get that looked at. You didn't have to go do an interview about the team.
No, I went and got it looked at. Right? No, yeah, exactly. No. That's spot on, man. That was many years ago, man. This is back when I was 19. And yeah, man. When you put it like that, I mean, shouldn't he be able to actually say to TK? And we don't know if he did say it or not. But if I was him and I really felt that way, and knowing me as a person, like, if I was forced to having to do shit like that, knowing that I'm hurt, I'd be very frustrated, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd be showing it, like, I'd be dead set showing it, man. And I'd be like, you fucking cunt. Like, if TK was my boss, I'd just be looking at him like, seriously, you want me to do this fucking, like, kayfabe bullshit scrum while I need to go and check a doc? Like, I need to go and see a doc. Like, I'll be like, fuck you, TK, you fucking bitch. You know what I mean? And now the whole locker room hates me. Like, look, either way, it doesn't look good for Punk. And if he's not careful, and I don't know if he cares or not, but right or wrong, it's like he's going to get blackballed from the wrestling business, man, if he's not careful. But then again, in saying that, do you think there's legit interest from WWE for CM Punk? And happy birthday to CM Punk, by the way.
I think there is for a Saudi run, maybe a short-term run, nothing long-term. But yeah, like a 3 to 6 months run and leading up to a crown jewel like next year or something. I don't know who the money storyline would be against, but yeah, you can have a dream match. There's a ton of money, especially if the Saudi government pays for that. I don't know if he would want to go to Saudi. But that'd be an easy, like, Goldberg kind of couple match, big time money thing I could see him doing. But I can't see. I don't think Triple H would want to sign him. That's too much drama full time. And that's absolutely not at all.
Is it just the perception that he's drama? Like, is everyone sort of, how do I put this? Is everyone stating the poison that he is in the locker room? Or is he legitimately some sort of poison?
He might partially be a locker room leader, saying the voice of the voiceless, but you also can't tell your boss to fuck off, You can't say, Triple H, you need to work with me, I don't need to work with you. And absolutely, it would have been great for him to work with Triple H and The Undertaker. He didn't even want to work with The Undertaker,
Yeah. I mean, he's very, look, you got to have ego in this business, no doubt about it, man. If you don't have ego, you're not going to get anywhere. Mm-hmm. But I feel like his ego is just so much bigger than himself, bro. Like, I just think he truly thinks he's the best in the fucking world. No pun intended.
Yeah, and I love him, but though he talks crap on those older guys that wouldn't put guys over, you know.
But look what he's doing. Who's he really put over, man?
I mean, he put MJF over, but yeah, exactly.
For what though? What did he gain by? Did it really make a difference for MJF? I don't think it did, bro.
I think so. Look how much bigger MJF is now too. By that fake.
He was already on the wave, though, dude. He was already on the way. He didn't need anyone to make him where he's at. He did that himself, dude.
Pinning Hangman or Kenny isn't the same as beating CM Punk. It's not the same. They think it is, but it's not the same. That's a big win for MJF.
I don't think it really mattered in my opinion. I just think he was already on his way to where he's at now, man. With Punk or without him, I don't think
he was. It would have been a lot slower though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, think about it, dude. After the Wardlow situation, right? He was gone for how long? 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
All they had to do was that, and that was already going to make him a lot hotter anyway, right? Now, whether there was a lot of truth to what he was saying about wanting to get paid more money and whatnot, we don't know. This could all be kayfabe for you know what I mean?
I think it was fake. Yeah,
I truly think that too. I think that, but I don't know, man. The IWC, like all of us, like as professional wrestling fans, we've all gone weird, bro. The shit that we think is a shoot, others think it's a work, and then the shit that people think is a work, we think is a shoot. Like everyone doesn't can never be on the same page about shit. And yes, I get it. It's professional wrestling, right? They're always trying to work us. That's their job. But sometimes shit legitimately happens. You know what I mean? Not everything's a fucking work. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, Scott Hall, up until his deathbed, said that the Montreal screw job was a work. He still believes it was a work. That Bret Hart.
And I can understand why he would think that, right? It's easy. You can't outwork a worker, bro.
Yeah.
Right? I get it, man. But you can outwork a worker sometimes, bro. I know because I've done it firsthand. So, trust me, you can. But I actually think the Montreal screw job was not a work. Only because... And there is documentaries out there that claim it was a work. I don't know if you've seen it. You should check it out. But still, it's not there. Jim Cornette also apparently thinks of it as kind of a way. He first thought it was a shoot, but then later on, the more he thought about it and shit like that. Like,
he said he came up with it. And then Vince...
Oh, yeah, but there was another thing. He's on this documentary where he says it. But also, he was bringing up about how Wrestling with Shadows was there. It seemed too convenient.
Yeah, he did say that.
Right? Which I can understand where he's coming from. But that's just a coincidence. I mean, yeah, it was perfect. But pro wrestling tends to have these perfect moments, dude. Well, a lot of the times where...
Yeah, that's the reason why the WWE has never let another documentary in there that they didn't have control over, you know?
Exactly. Spot. I'm surprised they even allowed him to do that type of shit that wasn't WWE endorsed.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that one, and we're all lucky for it. You know, and Beyond the Mat was the other one.
I was just going to mention that. Beyond the Mat and Wrestling with Shadows. Wrestling with Shadows came out in 97. Beyond the Mat came out in 99, if I remember. But Beyond the Mat was I guess Wrestling with Shadows was the first documentary to take you behind the scenes, right? And you got to see a lot of shit. But Beyond the Mat is what really broke the wall. Like, completely. Yeah. And think about it. This is back in the late 90s now, dude. I think it was much too early to, like, break that fourth wall because people were still second-guessing if it was real or fake. I mean, from that point, I knew it was a work, right? But it was never confirmed. You know what I'm saying? Until that point. So, and WWE were pissed about that documentary.
Just that 1% of doubt makes wrestling good, you know?
Absolutely. And you know what? It's still there, dude. Really, it's probably irrelevant now because at the end of the day, shit really does happen sometimes, which makes it even more great. Hence why we do, this shit also because obviously we love the behind the scenes shit, but that's only to a really small niche market anyway. Your everyday fan, like legitly, probably doesn't even realize that there's a whole behind the scenes sort of thing until you sort of discover it. Then you go down a rabbit hole, literally.
Yeah, I remember when I got found out they had like fake names when I was a kid too. I'm like, Sergeant Slaughter's name's Robert Remus. He's not Slaughter. Like,
or like Hulk Hogan is Terry Bollea. Like, really, brother?
The Undertaker's not dead when you're a little kid.
Oh man, I know it's true, man. Absolutely, dude. I mean, how old were you when you got into professional wrestling? I was like 3 years old, pretty much, dude.
Whatever the first Saturday Night Main Event was, whatever year that was.
It first started in '86. I'm pretty sure, either '85 or '86, bro. I think.
Yeah, probably then. It was Tito Santana versus Mr. Perfect was the first match I ever saw.
Actually, I'll check that out now because I'm pretty sure it was '85 or '86. I could be wrong, but
Well, let me Google when that match was. Maybe I thought it was the first because I was a little kid.
Who was it? What was Tito Santana and who?
Mr. Perfect. It might have been '89.
Was he El Matador or just Tito Santana? Okay.
Yeah, he was like coming off an Intercontinental title run, so he was still like.
Oh. So after Strike Force or before Strike Force?
After it's when he wore like the blue speedos.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yep. When did 85?
85?
85. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 1985, May 11th, bro. I was right. Yeah.
Nice.
That's when I got into it. Like that year, like 85.
Yeah, so I was born in '79, so
You would have been 5, I think.
yeah. And my little brother was just born that year, October of '85.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's got the same. What October? What?
7th?
Ah, I'm October 11. That's why. So it's like that's close, man. Well, yeah, I was like 3 in '85. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was 3 years old, man.
Came out. I saw that in the theater. Remember that?
Oh no way, bro!
Yeah.
In the theater, I never watched it in the theater, but I watched it like as soon as it got released on VHS.
I think that's the first
back
movie
then.
I remember seeing in the theater. To be honest, I think that's the first one.
What was my fucking first movie? You know what? I think the original Batman could have been
Nice,
the
89.
first time.
Batman.
Yeah, I think that was. I'm pretty sure, man, and I remember it like it was kind of yesterday. I'm pretty sure. It could have been an earlier movie, but for whatever reason, the original Batman stands out for me. But yeah. Anyway, man, we'll just get back into Dynamite. We really went off from that. Was I still in? Oh yeah, I was still in the MJF.
Yeah, we went on an MJF tangent on kayfabe or not.
Yeah, dude. Did I? Oh yeah. No, I did. I did mention the whole promo because we get Wardjoe next in the video package. Why, Kev? Do we need Wardjoe? Like, do they really need each other? They don't need each other, bro.
Samoa Joe's good on his own. He's good on the mic on his own. Wardlow sounded a tad better than usual on the mic, but who cares? Like, it's just taken away from both of their like power and their gimmick. They're supposed to be ass kickers that don't need somebody else. Like, don't have a team. Just kick ass.
Fuck. So stupid, bro. It is what it is, though, man. But next we get the American Dragon Bryan Danielson versus the Spanish God in Sammy Guevara. Another match that I thoroughly enjoyed, pretty much, dude. I mean, this was a pretty good match, and I'm sure everyone was expecting it. But you know what's funny? This was the first singles matchup of the evening.
Well, oh yeah, true. Good point. I didn't even think about it.
Can you believe that shit? That's weird, dude.
Yeah, I love the match. I love Sammy. Like, I know you don't like him as much as I do. He's like one of
I don't mind him. I mean, I don't think he's bad. Like, you know what I mean? I don't hate him, but yeah, I'm not his biggest fan either.
He's got to cut down on like don't do like 5 or 6 high spots. Do one. Just do one different every match. He does a little too much. You would remember the moves if he did one. You know,
he wrestles like a babyface, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
A lot of stuff that he doesn't need to be doing too. That he would get his ass kicked in a real fight doing that kind of stuff. You know, and I wish like when he's doing one of those flips, instead of like selling it, punch him in the chest or something while he's doing it. You know, or like catch him and slam him instead of just taking it. Especially when he did that to the jump to the outside and Brian.
Oh, that was cool, bro.
It was cool, but like one of these times I want a wrestler just to be like, pop him in the chest instead of catching him. I know you might injure.
Oh, dude, there was a point in the match though that Sammy Guevara absolutely saved Bryan Danielson's backside, man. Mm-hmm. It looked like he was gonna go face first into the barricade, dude, and Sammy Guevara somehow caught him. It was when I think Danielson attempted a moonsault off the top rope, whatever.
Yeah.
But he sort of fucked it up, and I'm telling you, man, Guevara saved his life, bro.
Nice. And it was good. I even like the Romero special and stuff, the technical stuff, and the arm manipulation too.
Jimmy Prentice, rock hard. Jimmy Prentice says in the chat, it's gonna be rock hard smashing that pussy tomorrow night.
I hope he gets that Gato Pussy Grande. I heard him. All
right, meow.
Jim, I heard him Gato Pussy Grande escaped from the Elmwood Park Zoo. I heard he was encaged for years.
Really?
Yeah, in Norristown, Elmwood Park Zoo. He escaped from the cage. He was stuck in living with the Jaguars there for
the
Jags.
Oh, I thought El Gato Pussy Grande might have traveled to Jacksonville.
No,
Jaguars, bro.
Real Jaguars. I think he was escaped by some Jaguars because they don't have lions at that zoo. I think he was stuck in there, kind of like a Tarzan.
Damn. Where was Jungle Boy at? Did he bump into Luke Perry? Do you think?
Nah,
Luke Perry.
He's probably
not Luke Perry.
He's like the West Coast Gato Pussy Grande.
Is he a stoner?
Nah.
Oh, man.
But Gato, I don't think is.
El Gato Pussy Grande. I love the name, man. I'm still wondering who the hell that cat is, but I guess all will be revealed tomorrow night at Mischief Night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Dollar Club Wrestling.
I can't wait to find out too, man. I have to put him on our payroll, the Dollar Club payroll, if he does a good job or takes the title. I guess he's automatically on the payroll.
Whoa. What happens if El Gato Pussy Grande does become El Campeon?
I hope he speaks English, or else I gotta hire a lawyer from India or Spain.
India? Could he possibly be Indian?
Possibly,
not Spanish?
Yeah.
Really?
Wait.
So he could be like, "El pussy, you kick my pussy."
Could be like a Punjabi, a modern day Maharaja,
A modern day Maharaja, right? But they can also speak Spanish. I mean, this El Gato Pussy Grande is very grand.
Yeah, because Spain's the number one language in the world too, so it could be.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, cats can speak anything they fucking want, man. I thought he was a luchador. Clearly, he could be. What would an Indian call a wrestler? I wonder. Maybe it would be called El Punjabador.
Maybe, yeah. Punjabador.
No offense to all our Indian listeners and viewers, because we got quite a few of them. Believe it or not, Kev.
Yeah. Let us know what your if there was a masked Indian wrestler, what would you guys call it? Like, it's just a masked wrestler, or do you guys have a name for it? We're curious.
Yeah, would it be for example, El Pakistani, the Pakistani, or could it be El Punjabi? Like, you know what I mean? Either way, tell us what you would call him. Could he be even the shaman?
Yeah, true. Guru, the guru, like a guru.
The guru, absolutely the guru.
Actually, speaking of the could be Pakistani, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, or could be the Bangladeshi.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything. But speaking of guru, actually, Kev, funny you bring up the guru. I saw the most fascinating shit on YouTube, bro, last week. And it was a guru from India with Mike Tyson, bro. Check that shit out. It is the most weirdest and funniest and great fucking thing I've probably seen in a long time. And it was by pure accident, bro. I don't know how I don't even know how they got together, bro. But it was like some sort of public forum. And we had Mike Tyson and the guru. Literally from India.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, do you know who the greatest Indian fighter of all time is?
Who?
What was that great Tiger guy's name? Mike Tyson.
Oh, Tiger Ali Singh.
No, Tiger Ali Singh was a real wrestler, wasn't he? But what was Mike Tyson's punch out? The Indian one.
Oh, Tiger Singh, I think it was.
Tiger Singh?
Yeah, he wore the turpin.
Yeah. He's the greatest Indian fighter of all time. He was tough until he learned how to do the block, like, you know.
Yeah, then he'll start doing those punches like.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a prick, man. If you didn't know his pattern.
Yeah. When you figured it out, it was easy. But like, when you're a kid trying to figure it out, you're like, it was a pain in the ass.
What was his name actually? I'm pretty sure it was Tiger Singh or something like that. I want to look that up. Indian boxer in Punch Out, in Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Well, he was on both anyway.
I think we're close. for the name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're right. Let's double check. I hate when I'm not 100% certain.
Great Tiger.
Was it?
Yeah, Great Tiger.
Really? Damn, we were off. Maybe it was El Gato Pussy Grande after all.
Could be, yeah. Maybe it's Great Tiger's son is El Pussy Gato Grande.
The Great Tiger, not the Tiger Ali Singh.
Yeah, we just said Tiger Ali Singh because we think wrestling first.
I know. He was so overrated anyway, man. People think he was one. I know he was Canadian and all, but apparently his dad was a legend back in the heyday.
Okay.
Apparently. So he's a second generation wrestler. But, Vince, he sort of sees Indians, he's like, they're big bastards, right? And then after about a week, which I don't blame him because I'd feel the same way, he'd be like, what is that? You'll kick my dog? Can you picture him trying to do an Indian accent? You'll kick my dog? That'd be the funniest shit to me. He'd be like, I can't stand it.
I want to hear Vince do that Southern accent he wanted Brody Lee to do. I want to hear Vince do a Southern accent too. That would probably be pretty funny.
Well, he is originally from North Carolina, funny enough, dude.
That's not the South. That's like the Northeast.
But they still got a draw.
Nah.
Look at Jeff Hardy, bro. I mean, the Hardy Boys.
That's North Carolina, not Connecticut.
Oh, no, I'm talking about North Carolina. That's where...
from North Carolina? Oh, I thought you said... I was thinking...
No. Vince McMahon, he was actually born in one of the Carolinas originally. Wow. Yeah, actually, let me double check that one too. I'm sure
Jeff
of
Hardy
it.
Definitely has the twang. I never noticed Vince's twang.
No, he doesn't have a twang, bro. That's probably why he hates... Apparently, he hates fucking Southern... Yeah, from Pinehurst, North Carolina, bro.
Wow.
There you go. That's probably why he hates all Southern folk.
Yeah, but he loves New York. I bet he took dialect classes too, just to get rid of his accent if he had one when he was younger. I bet you he did.
Yeah, but his accent's not really New Yorker either, though, dude.
No.
So it's just, he's got no real. He's just got an American accent, like, if that makes any sense. He doesn't really have an accent. Like, does he have any particular sort of accent to you?
Not that I can tell.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, he's just a good old American. That's I mean that's all he is, and I think he prefers that anyway. I don't think he would actually want to sound like. Can you imagine him sounding like a wise guy, bro?
No, not at all.
Oh, I just can't picture it. Nah, fuck that. I just can't. Yeah, nah, it wouldn't work. Not with Vince. He'd be like, I sound like shit.
He'd sound terrible with a Boston accent too. Like imagine him like
the car.
Park the car, you bitch, I can't.
Yeah. It buzzes me out because sometimes I'm like, I have to like look twice. I'm like, was that an Aussie? Is he Aussie? Right? Because they say the same, like the way they say certain words, the Boston accent, is kind of very similar to the way how we say certain words, like car, same thing. Just every word that's like that, they kind of put on an Aussie accent, and then they go back to like a normal American accent. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard, bro. How do they talk like that? Chow there.
Chowder.
Chowder, mate. Should start saying that. But anyway, enough of the chowder and more of AEW, as Bryan Danielson ends up winning by referee stoppage in a pretty good matchup, probably the match of the night, possibly. Would you say?
Yeah, it was better than the tag match, just because the tag match had a couple botches, and like we forgot to mention Swerve, like falling off the top rope. Pretty much.
Well, yeah, I did mention there was botches galore. I just didn't mention what botches, but Swerve totally slipped. You could tell he was frustrated. There was another botch too in the match that I just can't think of at the top of my mind. But just take it from us, there was a few botches.
The back of the head looked pretty bad too.
Which match? Guevara and Danielson?
In the tag match too. I think Swerve did like a kick to the back of one of their heads too. It looked pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, dude, I still think all four of them were frustrated during that match, and I don't blame them at all. But after the Danielson Guevara match, this made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. We have Rey Fenix and Alex Abrahantes are interviewed backstage about Penta El Zero Miedo's world title match tonight. They think Penta's gonna win, please. As Alex suggests Rey go after the All Atlantic Championship. as we get Christian Cage and Luchasaurus roll up, and Cage makes a case for Luchasaurus getting a match for the All-Atlantic Championship, as Orange Cassidy then rolls up and says, "Are you talking about me?" without looking at him.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh. Do you want this? And like, he's still not looking at him, right? And he says, next week, they'll do it. And then we go to a break.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been okay if he looked at either of them, too. And then...
Total disrespected him, bro.
Then being the right hand of destruction, Luchasaurus should have just beat the shit out of him right there. Where Christian should have, like, how dare you, just Christian should have told him to, forced him to. It was kind of like dumb, but I mean, but at least he got his title match.
I will say that Christian did sort of pop to it, though. He kind of did start laughing, so I'll give him that. He did. He actually did. He tried to hide it, but he still laughed because he's probably thinking, look at this motherfucker just turn up and do that. And you know what? I'll admit this. I'm not the biggest Orange Cassidy fan, but last week's Rampage, for example, he fucking made me laugh with when he was, you know, doing all of Mark Henry's lines. It's time for the main event. And he's in the fucking main event. You know what I mean? And then Mark Henry looks at him and goes, no, that's my line. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, you're making me laugh. That's good. And he did it again on Dynamite. So if he keeps doing this type of shit, I'm all for it.
I guess they're trying to add some layers to his character. I guess a little more comedic.
As they should, dude. They should have a long time ago. Really, there was no substance to him other than he hasn't even been doing this, bro. Have you noticed that? That's cool. I'm down for that.
He will.
Exactly, he will.
Do
Unfortunately,
you give Luchasaurus the belt or no? Do you have him pin?
You need to build him up more, bro. And I'm not talking about just by beating Jungle Boy. Get this motherfucker to beat up some meaningful wrestlers in the company. Otherwise, why does he deserve to be number one contender for the All Elite Championship? I mean, All Elite, All Atlantic Championship.
It's like I was saying last week. They don't give mid-card feuds. Like, they don't want anybody to take a loss. You know, like Wardlow and Luchasaurus would be a great feud right now, but none of them will take the L. They don't let the upper mid-card feud with each other. That's the problem.
Well, TK, take control of your damn company, man, and actually do some risque things, because you can't try to protect everyone by not having them show up on television for God knows how long, like Miro, for example, or B, by not having anyone wrestle each other. I mean, their pay-per-views are once every 2.5 months, pretty much. You got to do something. And even like having this World Championship matchup on Dynamite is so fucking pointless, Kev.
Yeah, because you know who's going to win.
Exactly. We know who's going to win.
And every match doesn't have to be a title match. We don't need 27 title matches.
That's why I laughed when Excalibur actually said, you know, we got a world title match tonight. It's rare. It hardly ever happens except for last week and this week. And we get it 2 weeks in a row and the commentators all start laughing, bro. And Taz's like, oh, I was going to say, we had one last week and we got another one this week. Like, rare? What rare, bro? What are you talking about?
It would have been like every week. That, but it was interim, or it was because Punk was hurt. Yeah, it was vacated.
Fuck me, man. Unbelievable. But he laughed at that himself anyway. And he botched up a few times, dude, where he mentioned he was calling Bryan Danielson Sammy Guevara, bro. Can you believe that shit? Anyway, that's AEW. The gift that keeps on giving. But we go to the next matchup, which is a women's matchup, finally. And it is between Jamie Hayter and Riho. First of all, this match went way too long. Yep. Because clearly Riho just had no fucking chance. And to be fair, I felt like she was pretty off in this match.
She's as Jamie Hayter gets the win. Pretty clunky.
No, but I don't know. This one in particular was more clunkier than usual. I just felt like they had no chemistry, bro.
No. They have they wrestled before yet? One time.
One other time, and it's 1-1 now between the two of them.
Well, that's the problem with not having an independent circuit or a house show circuit. You know, you don't really get the reps of each other.
Exactly. I've been saying that week in, week out pretty much too, dude. How are you supposed to have guys and girls learn shit when you've got nowhere to friggin' learn? Like, I mean, that's where you throw shit on the wall and see what sticks, and then you bring it up to television. You don't do it on television.
Well, they just bring in Ring of Honor feuds and old Ring of Honor feuds on television. That's why like Matt Taven's getting a title shot when they only showed him once on TV. You know.
Well, they're gonna be on Rampage this Friday live, where I think it's Matt Taven against or is it the Kingdom against Ward Joe? I don't have a fucking clue, bro.
I think Matt Taven's going for the one of the Ring of Honor titles.
You know what it means when, you know what happens when fucking there's all these fucking belts in AEW, right, Kev?
What's that mean?
Everybody in the audience, now listen to me carefully, is being given a special package, and I don't want you to open it. Do not open it. Cameras are on you, so do not open until I tell you. All right, open your boxes. Open your boxes. 1, 2, 3. You get a call. 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 Everybody gets a call.
Damn, TK gave you fucking some belts too.
Yeah, he gave me 2.
Damn, where's my belts at, man? Come on, TK, you give everyone a belt, but
check
me.
Under your seat? Did you check under your seat?
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should check. But anyway, that's not the point.
I look like FTR right now, right? I got all these deserving titles.
Absolutely, you've earned them, bro. Absolutely earned them.
At least this is from their show right here. This one.
Wait,
I have more belts from AEW than FTR does.
Right there. That's a stinger right there, dude. I mean, is that the Dollar Club Wrestling World Championship over there?
It's the Hardcore Intercontinental Championship. I'm not the current champion. This is the one I won originally.
What is it? What's it called?
We have a Hardcore Intercontinental Champion.
So you got to be the hardcore of the hardcore Intercontinental wrestlers to go for that one?
Like the hardcore belt, but it's like they don't have an Intercontinental Champion. It's a Hardcore Intercontinental Champion, so there's no rules on the
it implies almost two things. It's almost like you know what would be a good championship belt? Maybe you guys should consider, man, and you can thank me later. The Mark Tart Intercontinental Championship belt, bro. Whatever wrestler's the biggest mark for themselves earns that championship, bro.
Well, Johnny the Jobber was making fun of the Hardcore Intercontinental Championship. He's like, I want to be the first ever European Cruiserweight champion.
It makes sense. I mean, you know what I mean? Why not? I mean, if TK's got an All Atlantic Championship, right, where it's All Atlantic everything, there's no such thing as the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Black Sea. It's All Atlantic to TK. Why not, man? I think it would work. Absolutely. The Mark Tart Intercontinental World Championship would be a brilliant one, though, dude, as well. It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
You should make midget wrestling and have the North Pole champion and pretend it's the elves, because the elves live in the North Pole.
And then you got, the sister promotion at the South Pole, bro.
Yeah.
Down my end, bro. The South Pole's just below me, dude. So, I mean, come on. South Pole's where it's at, dude.
Instead of bringing the Divas belt back, you'd have the stripper pole championship, too.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Imagine that, dude. Instead of the Nacho Girls, you got the pole dancers, bro.
Yeah.
And it's full. Everyone gets a belt, dude. I mean, come on. Absolutely. I mean, I'd buy that shit for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
That's just me.
Do you think Renee Young respects the dollar?
She can.
Well, I think she did tonight. She respected the dollar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a shame because if only she was in here.
I want my motherfucking money. Services rendered. Fuck a check. Return it to sender. Give me mine and legal tender, Mr. Manager. The venue was filled to capacity. Check the door box. Count my percentage and get that to me.
Fuck me on the dough and we in all black with millies. Ball caps and billies. It's all raps for really. Fuck me on the dough and we in all black with millies. Ball caps and billies. It's all raps for really.
That was Renee's third down.
I'd buy that for $1.
Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sometimes, you know how StreamYard is, man. You're pressing it and it doesn't work. And you have to press it again. So while you're sitting there like, come on, work. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like pauses for a second before you hit play.
Yeah, weird. That's annoying. But anyway, so Renee gets the $1 for tonight.
Yeah, I analyzed everybody good tonight too. Like I wanted to give the Ty Mello. I just think she's the hottest thing ever, but you can tell she's saving her sexy outfit for Rampage, for her match. Anna Jay was just there for a split second. Britt Baker was charismatic, but didn't really dress hot. She had a jacket on. Rebel's tits look good. Considered it for a second. Wasn't on enough. I think how like they don't let you say shit on TV anymore. They bleep it out.
Oh well, not for me. On Fight TV, they don't bleep it out.
Well, I think they're telling Jamie Hayter not to have her ass crack hanging out. You see how her ass was covered more tonight?
True. And was that a friggin' tattoo on her thigh area
Yeah, that
there?
was hot, though. That was hot. So
or was that a birthmark, bro?
No, it was a tattoo. I know it's a tattoo. So I almost gave it to Jamie Hayter, but Renee just looks elegant and cute. I give it to Renee.
Yeah, even though she was probably overdid it with the makeup and shit, because she naturally looks pretty good, man. I don't think she needs to pack on the makeup like she did tonight.
I think she was next to Soraya, and Soraya's missed lip injections,
makeup
fake tits, ass implants.
Honestly, bro, I don't find her that attractive anymore, bro.
She was so good because she didn't look like the other divas. She was the anti-diva. She was the girl next door, the hot emo girl. And now she's just like a pinup model, like everybody else.
To me, when I see her, I just think of fucking whore bag, bro. I just think.
Don't get me wrong, I would smash and
of course, but
I wish she didn't do that to herself. She was perfect.
Damn. But yeah, she overdid it, man, and especially after desecrating the NXT. The WWE Divas Championship, or was it the NXT Women's Championship? No, it was
NXT Women's Championship.
It was the NXT. They needed to change it right away after that. If I was any chick that won that belt after her, I'm like, get this shit out of here, man. I don't want to touch this shit. Man, I mean, that bitch she's something else, bro. Really, she should have got fired just for doing that, bro.
Well, then they'd have to fire Xavier Woods or be sexist,
No, forget that part. No, just for what's his name, blowing all over the fucking.
Well, it's
NXT
not her
Women's belt.
come on it. It's one of the dudes coming on it.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. Still, the fact that she got the belt and presented it, to me, it's just, oh man, I don't know, bro. She was nasty, bro. Back then, I guess she was only 19, 20 back then.
Yeah.
Whatever. Once you're nasty like that shit, you're always nasty. That's it. I don't know, bro. But you're right. She needs to relax on the fucking, on the Botox on the lips and shit. And she's just got the most whitest fucking foundation on. She looks like a porcelain doll almost, dude.
Yeah, it's a good call. And it's unfortunate. She's a beautiful woman. But was. I think her face has been caked on one too many times, bro.
Anyway, let's move on, shall we? As we do get Jamie Hayter winning by pinfall with a ripcord lariat in a match that went way too long, and also just no chemistry at all whatsoever between the two of them. Whatever, it is what it is. Post-match, we get Toni Storm comes to the stage and holds up the title belt, as Renee Paquette then interviews Eddie Kingston in a weird sort of interview, dude. But before I get to that, do you know how old Rebel is, dude?
34?
44.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. Can you believe that shit? 44, man. But anyway, also, did you hear what Britt Baker said about, what's her name, Thunder Rosa, on Swerve's podcast, no less?
Were you sure that was about her? She didn't say a name.
Oh, it was about her, bro.
It wasn't about CM Punk. It was definitely about her.
No, it was definitely about Thunder Rosa. Apparently, man. I didn't hear it. I just read the transcript.
Yeah, I just read the transcript too, and I'm like, is this? I didn't think Thunder Rosa first. I'm like, you really talking crap on CM Punk?
I don't know. Do you think I should show our listeners and viewers what we're talking about? I'm sure it's on YouTube. Just that little segment. Let's see, because we're up to the main event anyway after this, and then we can take it home. But let's see if I can find it. If she did, I do think there's legit heat with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. I actually think a lot of people don't like Thunder Rosa in the back, dude.
Well, remember she had heat with Eva Lise in the beginning too, so who knows? I love Eva Lise. I'm on Eva Lise. I mean, I love Thunder Rosa too, but I really love Evil East. I was a big fan of her. She was like one of the first people I got into in Lucha Underground, so I was like disappointed when they got rid of her.
Yeah, that's true, man. For sure. Let's see. 11 hours ago. All right, I think I found it. It's really only 18 seconds, bro.
Might be. It was only like a paragraph.
Let's see. I just want to test it out before I show everyone. If it is what. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. I'm going to share it, and then everybody can hear it. Check this out, Kev, man. Let me share that shit. All right. Come on, share that shit. Share. All right. You can obviously see the warp zone right now. Can you see this right now, Kev?
Yep.
All right, check this out, everybody.
Let's go into that. Let's go.
What bone have I not broken at this point?
You just fix your own.
My leg, my nose twice.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna redo that because it's coming out of the wrong friggin' speakers, dude. God damn it.
I love her accent when she talks too. Like in person, when I heard it, I'm like, oh my god, I want to marry you right now. You're so freaking.
Everyone tells me she's so much hotter, like in person than she's.
The way she talks too, and her demeanor, like she just has a swag. Oh man,
that's cool. That's awesome. But anyway, back to this, and we'll get to that in a minute. Can you hear the sound?
Nah, no sound.
What the hell's
There's
going
sound
on?
the first time.
Yeah, that's strange. All right, I'll go back to the original one. Oh, I know why, dude. Jeez, I'm an idiot. All right, let me do that again. Sorry, my bad, folks.
Barely sound. You can barely hear it.
Barely?
Yeah. Yeah, the first time it was perfect. But the sound was at least. I don't know what you were looking for.
All right, let me do that one more time. I'll go back to that. Tell me if the sound works now.
Let's go into that. Let's go.
What bone have I not broken at this point?
You just fix your own.
My leg, my nose twice now, my wrist. I had a concussion, and I was at work every week because that's where I wanted to be.
I don't know how that's a diss to fucking Thunder Rosa, but
that's not the whole quote.
It wasn't.
No, she said that like they asked her about the drama. And she said some people have egos and they think they're above the company. The only person that's above the company that's essential to AEW is Tony Khan. Everyone else is indisposable. Anybody else can be gone. So I hate that the arrogant person that thinks they're above everyone else. And I took that. Was that CM Punk or is that Thunder Rosa she was talking about? I thought it was CM Punk.
Interesting, because nothing came up about it. But anyway,
that was
paraphrased.
Sure I got that's the gist of what she said, but I didn't get it the exact wording.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't fucking find the actual quote, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure you can check it out at Swerve's City Podcast, whatever it's called, and yeah. So anyway, everyone claim, even the dirt sheets think it's about Rosa. I don't have a clue at this point. It doesn't really matter anymore, but it is what it is. But anyway, let's also go. Well, I've got to stop that. Let's go back to Dynamite. Do you think Thunder Rosa though is actually injured, Kev?
I think she's. I think Conan confirmed it. That's the reason why I believe she is. I forget. Well, I think she couldn't do like Triple Mania or something. Like I might be wrong about that, but I remember Conan saying he tried to book her for something and she couldn't because she legitimately was hurt, and he was talking shit on the dirt sheet writers for being reckless and reporting that when she actually was hurt. But Jargo said, Conan's a worker. You know, he works people, so who knows?
Yeah, but come on. Like the Ortiz Santana thing, I truly think there's something up between them two, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I mean, you can think whatever you want because it's wrestling, and I understand that. But like I always say, man, not everything's a damn work. Not everyone gets along. Shit happens, you know what I mean? Even in professional wrestling, folks, it is what it is. Anyway, afterwards, like I was saying, we're up to Renee Paquette interviewing Eddie Kingston backstage. He says he's great, he's wonderful. That little thing where they talk, it's great. He's having a blast. This is a real smile. He wants to stop worrying about him and talking about his pal John Moxley. And he says he has to be honest. It's going to be hard for Johnny to beat Penta because Penta's his boy. But he thinks he's going to take it and everyone else should leave him alone. What the fuck was this, bro? This is the weirdest fucking thing I ever saw. And what are they trying to do here, man?
He don't know what he's doing, dude. I think him and Hangman are both just trying to do the opposite of what Cornette and their people say about him. They want to just be contrarians and do it their way. He's trying to look like absolute shit.
He looks like shit, bro, right now. I'm not gonna lie.
So just because all the people on the internet said that, he wants to do the opposite. That's what Hangman Page, I think, does too. They just want to be like, fuck you guys, I'm doing it my way. Not listen to anybody. And it's just dumb.
Yeah, dumb indeed. Well, I guess we can call both of them, if they were a tag team, they can be called Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Dumber. Yeah, Brokeback Dumb and Dumber. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I feel like Kingston's aura is gone.
Does my mic sound the same?
Yeah. Why? What'd you do? I can't hear you now, Kev. You've totally lost audio. Can't hear you, brother. It says your mic is muted. If you can hear me. There we go. Now I can hear you. Well, what were you doing anyway? I actually didn't see what was up.
My unplugged, and then when I plugged it back in, it got muted somehow.
Yeah, it sounds
better
now.
Better now?
Talk again.
Does it sound better now?
Nah, there was a vibration, dude, like a bzzz sort of sound.
All right,
vibrating.
Let me try unplugging it.
No, see, when you got it there, whatever. Don't worry. Do what you need to do. When you sort of pulled it back, it seemed all right. I can't hear you right now, though, because you're still muted.
Okay, I guess whenever the wire comes out.
There we go. There we
all right,
go.
Cool.
Are you using a USB mic or an XLR mic?
USB.
All right. No, I was just gonna say because you can play around with the settings, and you can generally, can get it sounding even better than normal. But yeah, you sound great.
I'll show you the. Yeah, I got like a mic kit. This is my iPod 2.
Nice. Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. You know, it's funny.
USB podcast micro kit.
How much does that mic go for?
I forget. I bought 2 of them like 2 years ago. That I was gonna give the other one to like if Johnny the Jobber wanted it, or like I was originally gonna podcast with somebody else and just give it to the other person, but that person backed out, so I just kept it as a backup now in case something goes wrong with this one.
Now you sound incredible, actually, dude. Whatever you did, for some reason, now you sound so much more clearer, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Now much better. But anyway, let's get back into Dynamite because we finally got to our main event. It is John Moxley, your AEW World Champion, versus Penta El Zero Miedo, and it is for your AEW World Championship. I'll go sort of blow for blow because I usually do for the main events. It's not even that much. But forehead to forehead, we start off with as Moxley is shoving him, Penta backing him into the corner, and they trade chops with abandon. Shifting to forearms, just pasting each other to the floor as Penta dives on him to send us to a break. When we come back from commercial, Moxley with a boot up and belly-to-belly suplex into the turnbuckles. Penta then with a sling blade for a near fall, looking for the package pile driver, but Mox cuts him off with an ace crusher. And then we got another pile driver for 2 as John shifts right into the crossface. Shifting gears again, overhead elbows into a bulldog headlock. Zero breaks free, elbows, and then we got Moxie rolling out, double leg into a wrist clutch stomps as he's falling back into the cross armbar, reverses though after that, back into he tries to break, I'm talking about Penta's trying to break John's arm but can't keep him down. Then Moxie's on the steps, Penta wants to flip pole driver but jump on the steel steps with a big lariat, and nope, double stomp into the corner, fear factor, and John Moxley won't stay down. Then we get a paradigm shift and a roll through as John Moxley wins by pinfall with a Death Rider to retain his AEW World Championship in the most predictable match of the year, possibly. I mean, shit.
How the mighty have fallen in 3 years. You know, I remember Penta was like,
oh my God,
great free agent signing. Everyone couldn't wait to see him. He could have been a world champ. You could have went to Pentagon Dark, which he kind of did at one point, and could have been taken serious again after they already fucked up their tag team. Now they're just known as being sloppy. It was a good match though. It didn't go too long. The afterbirth after the match kind of was dumb though.
Well, speaking of dumb, I'll get into the post-match stuff. As the Firm then hit the ring and beat Moxley down, Stokely Hathaway comes to the ring to conduct the show. He gets up on the turnbuckles as security comes down and his men beat the guards down too. I forgot to mention... sorry, this happened post-match anyway. He beats the guards down too. Alex Marvez is outside the Blackpool Combat Club's locker room where they're chained inside, and a crew member runs to get the bolt cutters. This is Pro Wrestling 101 in many ways. Like, you know, how many times have we seen this shit over the years? Anyway, MJF comes to ringside and looks conflicted, taking his jacket off, but he can't bring himself to the ring and stop the Firm, except he comes running back full steam. He fires Stoke. Ethan Page lays him out with a big boot, and the Firm beats Friedman down too. All Ego hits the Ego's edge on MJF. They take MJF for the ramp, and Morrissey then drags him over to the timekeeper's table as they powerbomb him through it. And that's the show, and I'm left confused.
Yeah, so who's going to be the main guy in the Firm? Like, why'd they do this? Is this going to get anybody over? Because MJF's going to win this feud. And they got MJF is half bad, half good. He's the devil, so obviously he's not a good guy. Is him and Moxley going to team up to fight these guys? No. Like, what the hell are they doing? Is Morrissey? Are they actually going to make Morrissey legit and be the guy? But he's off TV every other week. Is he
even signed to AEW, Kev? As a matter of fact, I don't think he is.
Didn't they give him the graphic? Or no? I'm just thinking that because they said he was in the Firm.
I've never seen it, bro. I've never seen the graphic. I mean, heck, Roosh signed just a week ago?
Yeah, I don't get that, why he would want to.
Especially after what's happening with Andrade. But the fact that they announced Roosh last week, when all this time I thought he was already signed months ago.
Well, I thought he was signed with Ring of Honor. Did they sign him to AEW, though, this time now?
Isn't it the same thing?
Apparently not. Cole Cabana's Ring of Honor. CM Punk wasn't.
Well, and also, aren't the fucking, what's it called? The Briscoe brothers also signed
to Ring of Honor,
but they're doing nothing.
AEW.
Yeah, because the network doesn't want them on or some shit because of what one of the guys said, I think, about homophobic shit, which he said like 15 years ago. Like, seriously. Fuck's sake. Anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, Kev, before we take it home, what was your overall feeling of the show? Is MJF a fucking babyface? I don't even know anymore.
He's a heel. I like the show. I would give it a thumbs up over a thumbs down, but not like an emphatic thumbs up. There's so much good to love on Dynamite, but there's also so much fucking stuff that annoys you. No AEW shit. Reminds me when like a NXT guy would move up to WWE and then they would book him wrong.
Yeah.
That's what Dynamite turned into. They have all this talent that they are just pissing you off how they're not booking right. And then
crazy, bro.
Yeah, then they're booking the wrong guys. But you can build these guys up to be interesting, but they don't do that. They just jump the gun and force. It's like forcing Daniel Garcia is like forcing Madcap Moss up your face. You know, like build him up. If he gets over, let him move him up. You know. But you can't just force these guys down your throat, you know. Learn from past mistakes.
They continue to force all these fucking pricks down our throats, and you wonder why the IWC becomes so cynical. But you know what? I don't think TK even gives a shit, bro. What we think.
Everyone says it. He's just playing with toys, you know. He's just playing with toys. Which one he feels like playing with this week, he plays with.
Even when he has to play with his balls, that means he's playing with his balls. If he's got any, that is. But I mean, yeah, man, he's just like Lana said, which you alluded to earlier. Is that Jumanji behind you?
Yeah, he saw the tail.
I
Hey,
saw the
Jumanji.
tail, man, like a submarine, just going. Brr, brr. Or is that El Gato Pussy Grande?
Maybe it's his pet. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's his daddy.
His daddy. His daddy, meow.
Hey, Jumanji.
Jumanji making an appearance. Well, his tail making an appearance right here on the PWC Wednesday Night Skirmish. He's actually becoming a regular now, actually, Kev.
Yeah, he's not really on my show because I set the backdrop up, you know. But like,
Right.
I like to
Well, he's-
differentiate when I'm on a guest show on somebody.
He's on my show, damn it, and I'm happy to have him.
He's a regular on yours.
Absolutely. Now, before we go, I'll say this. I felt like we had a strong hour number 1 of Dynamite, and then it started falling off come hour number 2, in my opinion. Hour number 1 was great. Hour number 2, meh, not so. And the thing is, TK wants an hour number 3 on Dynamite, bro. Can you believe that?
If it's a talk show or something, maybe like a talking smack, like a talking Dynamite show, you know, like
talking explosions.
or maybe
like
just
Impact.
1 hour of Rampage, or excuse me, 1 hour of Ring of Honor. But it looks like they're going to get a streaming deal, not that. That'd be
I think
different.
that's pretty much confirmed, man. They're pretty much going to get that HBO Max streaming deal. Well, he also mentioned, though, that he wants a second hour for Rampage. So he wants 3 hours of Dynamite, 2 hours of Rampage, Ring of Honor on top of that. What the fuck is wrong with him? Don't anyone learn from previous fucking mistakes? From history. It started with Nitro going 3 hours. That didn't work. That was the beginning of the end. And now then WWE's doing it. Everyone hates that. And now TK wants to do this. Wants to do the same. What's wrong with this guy?
Maybe he needs to. Like they're, I know they're making money, but they can't be making what they want to be making. So they need the extra ad revenue. You know, look how much money Raw they make on Raw that third hour just for ad revenue, and then maybe he just needs that ad revenue to make up for all this crazy spending, these NDAs. You know, these millions of dollars just to shut people up because you don't want people to talk crap on you. You know, so you got to make up for that somehow eventually.
Just quietly, Kev, there's some sort of weird buzzing going on with your mic, but it's irrelevant because we're at the end of the show anyway. But I can hear you clearly, but it's just a bzz. There we go. It stopped, sort of. That's weird. But anyway, Kev, you know what? Tell them where they can find you, my man. I think we can take it home. We've done over 1 hour and 40 minutes, dude. Wow.
We went off the cuff a couple of times. Went off topic.
we
That's
did.
why.
I love that, man. It's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. Yes, you guys check me out. Follow me on the Dollar Club podcast there. We do wrestling matches. We have a promo league against each other too. # Dollar Club Wrestling Promo if you want to challenge us for that beautiful Hardcore Intercontinental Championship, but just show you we're a World Championship. But definitely check out tomorrow night on our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel. Follow us at Dollar Club 24/7 on Facebook. We have our first premium special event tomorrow night. Rock Hard Jim Paradis versus Un Gato Pussy Grande. A casket match, a hardcore casket match, outdoor brawl, with live commentary from Jeff Lipman and the great and powerful Jimmy T of the PWC, DJ Mass Effects, and a lot of other special guests there.
Absolutely. Can't wait, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, everybody. Facebook Live, YouTube Live.
Absolutely. Mischief Night. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., like Kev said. Well, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can at the PWC Network and also at DJ Mass Effects down there. Also, please like and subscribe right here at the PWCnetwork.podbean.com, where you can find all our shows, including Kev's. Also, channel82.com, HaminMediaGroup.podbean.com, theBlowOffPod.com, PW Hustle, and anywhere that I might have forgotten. Heck, even Dollar Club Wrestling on YouTube. Also, speaking of YouTube, you can find us on there on our new channel, the PWC Network, where we're also live right now. We're live on Facebook every week, and we're live on Twitter also. In saying that, I'm Jimmy T. He's Kevin Sexy Time Panetta, the Dollar King, and you've been listening and watching the PWC Wednesday Night Skirmish right here on the PWC Network. Peace. And recognize him. Not him, but Jimmy. Rock hard. Go Phillies. Peace out.
interrupt this regularly scheduled program with breaking news from Dollar Club Wrestling. Dollar Club champion Rock Hard Jim was viciously attacked by a masked assailant outside of 112 North Midland Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania earlier this morning. Here's security footage that we recovered from the scene. After the assault, we were able to get a few words from the not-so-enthused champion via satellite.
What do you call a man that attacks you from behind? I guess the word would be a coward. Well then what is the word for a man who attacks you from behind and has a mask? I think the word is little bitch. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, little bitch. Because I am the champion. I am Dollar Club Wrestling, and I make the rules. So on October 27th, at Mischief Night, with the title on the line, you will be there. And you will recognize me.
If you have any information on this masked assailant, please contact your local authorities or email dollarclubwrestling@gmail.com. This is Courtney Bensley from Channel 10 News, signing off.
The PWC Network. What the world is watching and listening to.